I'm Sam Mitchell, and these are my stories.
Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day?
Hi, folks. Having a good day today. Let me first welcome you to Autism Rocks and Rolls. So, before I begin, I must note that I am not a doctor or psychiatrist. If your son or daughter needs to be diagnosed with autism, please see a physician or any psychiatrist or profession like that, because I only speak based on my experiences. I also do not own the rights to the music. Both musics are found on YouTube and were published on February 29 and March 2014. Now, I also have some shout-outs to give. So, the first shout-out I must give is to Maureen Workman and Terri Pursell and Alice Mitchell. They're the owner of Main Street Sports in Bloomfield, Indiana, and she is making some very cool merchandise for me. And Joe and Alice, thank you for the bracelets and the mask. I really appreciate it. Also, I must thank David Locke, or the Orange Recliner Chronicles podcast. His podcast talks about anything and everything. A very nice guy indeed, and we're going to come and visit you one day in Canada. So, can't wait to do that. Also, shout out to William and Alex Mack, creators of the Method podcast. Two great guys from England. Check out their podcast. It's a pretty darn good one. The next shout I must give is to Todd and Destiny. Theirs called the Hashtime podcast, and they get into some deep conversation. I had so much fun with them on the podcast, and they are wonderful people. So I hope you guys are doing good. And the final shout I must give is to Miss Hannah Stainer. Now, I don't have any stain jokes, but I think a stain joke would be, I think she needs to clean up her stains. But anyway, she's a wonderful lady, and she's from England as well. She has the podcast, Psych Podcast, and she's an educated, so a big shout out to her. Now, let's go to the topic. So today's topic, we're going to be interviewing the one and only Tay-Tay, a.k.a. my grandmother, or one of my grandmothers. So Tay-Tay, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Sam.
Can you please say anything to our viewers out there?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
All right, I bet you're doing good. Now, before we do the interview, what I need you to do for me, who's going to win the shirt today? I've been wanting to do that.
All right.
It's Ben Sudderth. He is someone from somewhere, and he won the shirt. So, Ben Sudderth, let's give a round of applause. And we will get in touch with you soon, and we will give you the shirt very soon. So, Tay-Tay, my first question to you is, what does having an autistic grandson mean to you?
Well, Sam, it means that I watched you as a boy, and you turned into an amazing young man.
Thank you.
Yes.
How did you see me grow, though, you think?
Well, you just grew leaps and bounds. You just outdid yourself.
I just outdid myself? What
Yes.
do you mean by that?
Oh, you just did really, really good.
I did?
Really good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, what were your first thoughts when you learned that I had autism?
Well, I thought, oh my. But then I thought, well, we'll just have to look it up, read on it, and we'll take care of it, take care of him, and it'll be fine.
How did it work?
And it turned out good because you are really amazing.
What do you think? Do you think you learn like how I operate differently? Do you think?
Yeah. I guess you just analyze things a little different.
So my third question is, how do you think my brain operates?
Well, like I say, you analyze things a little different, and I'm a pretty anxious person, and I guess it's a little bit like autism because my brain, I analyze things different, and so we're kind of alike there.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
We are alike.
Yeah.
Are there any like other thoughts? Like you said, like being anxious, you think you're resorting to autism, right?
Yeah.
Is there any others?
No.
No? Okay. So what is something that I don't know about you?
Okay. I have a birthmark on the back of my neck, and your mom has one just like it.
Oh, yeah? Yep. I didn't notice that.
On her
I'll have
neck.
to look at that. That's why both are so alike.
Kind of looks like a strawberry, and she's got one in exactly the same place.
So someone gave you a strawberry muffin top.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Now, how is it similar and different with raising children and a grandchild with autism?
Well, really not too much difference, but you just have to listen real close, be patient, and kind of know their quirks, but
quirks.
There's just really not.
What do you mean by knowing their quirks? I don't understand.
Well, like maybe like sound maybe bother you, or buzzers or stuff like that.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
So now, how do you give your assistance to someone with autism?
Well, you have to listen really good and to their feelings and let them know that they are special.
Well, what do you mean letting them know special? Like, how do you make sure you do that?
Well, just if knowing their quirks, you can just kind of be with them and help them through it.
I got you. Okay, I understand now. So, is there anything I taught you with having autism?
Patience.
Patience.
Yes.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, patience.
You're not wrong there, but
Yeah. But it wasn't bad, but whenever, you'd have your meltdowns, we'd have to be patient and get you through it.
how did you do it? That's my question. How did you be patient?
Well, just be patient and not get aggravated.
So now, I've known you for a long time. Here's my thinking. You have a heart of gold, and you look out for your family. And you just have a great relationship with all of us. So I think all of our family appreciates that. But, and I think you value family, and I respect that with you. But you're one of the most anxious people I've ever met. Why are you like that exactly?
Like I said a while ago, I'm made up like that, and I analyze things different than some people. So I just get in a hurry and want to do everything, right now.
Yeah, you're the type of person like, get it done.
Get it done.
Her done.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
me too. I mean, I'm not the type of guy who's going to procrastinate something.
No, no, me either.
That's not me. I'm like, we need to do it now, and now we don't have to worry about it 5 years from down the road.
I
just
agree.
Get it done.
I agree. That's what.
Get the task done. That's how life rolls, I think, these days. Or
Yes.
should roll. Now, how would you describe me?
Oh, okay. For one thing, you're very handsome.
Thank you.
Yes, and smart, very smart.
Got that brain.
And yeah. And you're funny. You're funny and you're kind. You got a big heart. You're on top of my list.
Thank you.
Very much. Yeah, very much so.
What is the most rewarding and difficult thing about having a grandchild with autism?
Well, I see the wonderful man that you have become. You've become a real good man, but I hate it when you do struggle,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that when you struggle.
Show probably though, and I don't. It's probably I'm probably gonna show for the rest of my life. I mean, it may be hard for you to see sometimes, but there are many struggles.
Oh, yeah.
There are times where I went down with you, and I'm like, well, I'll show this, but I'll get through it. I know myself well enough.
Yeah.
Then there's just like
And that I mean, you are just doing really good. I mean,
Or so with autism.
Yeah, I mean, because when you were little, you'd have meltdowns and stuff. But I haven't seen you have a meltdown forever.
I don't think I've had.
No.
I don't remember the last one. I think the last one I was like back in elementary, maybe middle, but it's been a while.
Yeah,
definitely.
On that makes me very happy that you don't have them anymore.
That makes me happy too.
You're just.
I get anxiety really bad. I'll give you that.
Oh,
but I don't have meltdowns.
Yeah. Oh me too. My anxiety.
Yeah. Oh, it's there, man.
Yeah.
So now, about your occupation, how long have you been doing it?
Well, I am retired, but I did have a few years ago from 94 to 97, I believe, I had a flower farm. And we started 10,000 plants in our greenhouse. And I mean, I had beautiful flowers, and we sold and went to festivals and the farmers market, but I really liked doing that. But it tore my body apart. I mean, my back, I had to have knee surgery replacements, back surgery. And it's because I worked so hard back then that I thought I was I thought I was Superwoman, and it turns out I'm not.
I think hard working runs in our family a lot.
Yes, I do too.
So now, why did you enjoy it though? What made you enjoy it really good?
Well, I just liked.
You like getting dirty? Was that?
Yeah, I do. I do like working in the dirt.
Hands on, maybe.
Yeah. And then there was just so many to choose from, and I had so many varieties of flowers. And people would come down and buy plants, and then we would plant plants, and then we would dry the flowers. And we planted a lot of herbs, had a lot of herbs going.
Who or what inspired you to do it?
Well, actually, Big Joe. He's kind of the one that come up with the idea and asked me what I thought, and I thought, well, yeah, let's try it. So we did, and we both worked really hard.
Yeah, I could tell you did. I wanted to join it, but I don't like planting myself. I mean, if it was corn, I'd do it, but I'm not a big planter. I'm not going to plant something like I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to plant a tomato because I'm not going to eat. I mean, there's no point.
Yeah,
that's what I don't eat. I mean, but if you're going to eat them up, then I think it's definitely worth it.
Oh yeah.
So now, speaking of food?
Yeah.
What is your paradise meal, and why is it your favorite?
fajitas.
Fajitas.
Yes.
Now, why is that?
Well, I love Mexican food. Taco salad, just that is my favorite food. And every time we go out, I get fajitas. I never change. It's always fajita, and then I get to bring some home because I can't eat it all.
That even makes it better,
and then I get to eat it again later.
Now, that fajita, what do you like on your fajita? Do you like it loaded? You like it plain? You like some, like, scoring in something?
Oh, I like sour cream and lettuce and tomatoes and beans and sour cream. I like it loaded.
You do?
Yeah.
Awesome. You like it loaded? I'm not the type of person. I like my burger and my hot dogs plain. Maybe with like some like condiments on it. Not like too much. Like a dab of, not ketchup, like a dab of mustard.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of guy who's like, if we're going to eat this, let's not distract the food. Let's put it with let's make it plain and enjoy what the main purpose is.
Yeah.
Because when you have a load, it's like, you're eating lettuce, there's too much ingredients to combine.
Oh,
when you eat that hot dog, though, that plain, you're eating just that hot dog, and that's what the main thing is supposed to be. So why load it in my hands when you're trying to enjoy that one thing?
Okay.
So that's my kind of belief.
Oh, okay.
But hey, if you like it loaded, I can respect that.
Okay.
So now, what's your favorite movie or TV show, and why do you like it?
Well, Days of Our Lives.
Oh, I know you.
I love that show. I've watched it for years and years and years. And I also love Gunsmoke, Matt Dillon. I just love Matt Dillon. Yeah. And I've watched both of them for years, and I never get tired of it. Because, it's all reruns, the Gunsmoke. But I never get tired of watching it.
That's awesome. So can you give a little description of what they are a little bit, maybe? Like a little brief description of what Days of Our Lives is?
Well,
like Gunsmoke is?
Days of Our Lives is just different people, living together and just kind of mingling together, and it's really kind of silly.
It's like a drama.
Yeah, it's a lot of drama. Yeah, and it's kind of silly. And then Gunsmoke, I just like westerns.
And you like westerns because of. I think it's interesting as well because Western educational because they lived back in the 50s and it's different now. I mean, you look how time has evolved. In my eyes. Yeah,
I mean, it goes back a long ways, and just sometimes I think it might have been easier living back then than it is now.
May have been,
because there's so much going on now, and there wasn't a whole lot going on back there. Then. You didn't have close neighbors or just jobs and. Yeah, but it was a hard life for sure.
It definitely was, I bet. Now, what has been your favorite vacation that you have ever taken, and why did you enjoy that vacation very much?
Joe and I went to Mexico on a cruise.
All right.
Oh, we had so much fun on the boat, and there was just people, and everybody was happy and kind, and we'd go out and eat, and just. It was wonderful.
You just felt relaxed.
I did.
Reserved. Now, did you have, in that Mexican cruise, did you learn something? Was there a particular moment that you remember still to this day?
Well, we went snorkeling. I had never done that before. That was kind of wild.
That was. What did you see? Would you see, like, fish?
Yeah.
Did you see, like, some turtles down there?
Yeah, I did see a turtle.
Turtle?
Yeah.
Or did you see any sharks?
No.
Oh,
no.
Thank God. I haven't seen crap your pants.
Yeah. For sure.
So, now, what are some of your personal interests, and why do you enjoy those?
Oh, well, I love to sew. But in particular, I make quilts. I just make quilt after quilt after quilt. I love it. And then my other one is baking.
Oh, boy. I know. Oh,
yeah. I love to bake.
My favorite dessert you make, and I call this the Tay special.
What is that?
The apple pie. I love your apple pie.
Okay.
Your apple pie is probably the best apple pie in the world.
Oh, thank you.
You cannot beat that. I don't care what restaurant I go to. I'm loving Tay-Tay's apple pie still.
All right. I really like, I like to bake. No, I can't tell my secret. But I like for people to eat my food. I mean, and I'm a pretty good cook.
Oh, yeah.
If I say so myself. So it does. It brings me pleasure when people eat my food.
To me, what's ironic is you're originally a baker, right?
Uh-huh.
So maybe that's where it came from.
Yeah, maybe.
You never know.
Now, my maiden name was Baker.
Now you're a baker, right?
Uh-huh.
Why not cooking? Why not? You specialize in baked goods, and I love that. Mm-hmm. But why not sometimes you specialize in, like, general food?
Well, I don't
burgers
know. Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
Just the everyday supper, fixing the everyday supper, it gets boring, and I'd
just
much,
gets boring.
yeah, it gets boring. I'd much rather bake a big old apple pie or
gotcha.
cookies or.
It's just who you are, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, now, are there any good memories that you want to tell our listeners about? If you do, why do you remember that memory the most? Now, before you answer, I want a good memory and a funny memory.
Okay. Well, we went, when the kids were younger, we went to Las Vegas.
Okay.
And they had never been anywhere.
Gotcha.
Anywhere. And we took them out there, and we went to the mountains and ate out and swim in the swimming pool. And they were just so out of their.
They're out of their mind because they never seen anything like that.
Yeah, yeah. And it was fun. We had a really good time.
Okay.
Because, like I say, they just never really got to go much.
Now, what's a funny memory? Do you have that? It could be one from today. It could be one with me. It could be one with your hubby. It could be one with your daughter, your son.
Oh.
Or one with your family
I got
friends.
one. I mean, he could have been hurt, but this was so funny.
You couldn't help it.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. Big Joe, there was a rake on the ground, and he was not watching what he was doing, and he stepped on that rake.
No!
Hit him right in the face.
Did he?
I believe it knocked him all the way down. I believe, as I remember, I think it did knock him all the way down. Yeah, maybe.
My final question is, what advice would you give other parents who are raising a child with autism or having a grandson like
Okay.
me?
Well, number
Or
one,
granddaughter,
you
I
got to
guess.
listen. Listen closely.
Listen,
And
Linda, listen.
be patient and help them to fit in and just be there. Just be there.
Yeah, I mean, we want grandmothers. I mean,
Yeah.
we would love to have a grandma.
Just be there.
I mean, I know sometimes like unfortunate situations happen because of all, like unfortunate situations.
Mm-hmm.
But, if we could have a parent, we could have a grandparent. We would feel that we feel like sanctioned enough to be like, okay, my mom's just not good at the moment or just I'm going through a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can rely on my grandmother. We have that backup. That makes us feel better.
Yeah,
So
for
definitely.
sure.
I think that'll be it.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Well, just tell you that I love you to pieces, and I think you are one amazing young man.
Thank you, and I cannot wait to publish this.
Okay.
Thanks for waiting for this episode. Please tune in for another episode coming very soon. Hope you really listen to me ramble. Thank you very much.
And take it